Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming to the Ripta Riders Alliance rally to make sure the funding for the elderly and disabled passes for their bus passes does not disappear. But before I start this and speak on this, I feel that there's something that we should do, and that is I'd like to have a moment of silence and for everyone to turn off their phones and all electronic media, and I'd like to have a moment of silence for the folks in Orlando who are suffering really bad. Amen. Thank you. All right. Getting down to business, thank you very much for all you folks that have come out on this really nice day for a rally. We're here to support the reinstalling of the free bus passes for the seniors and for the elderly because we feel that for that to be canceled out, the main thing that really irritates me is how much it will affect the quality of life for many people, and that you never know when you're going to be in the same boat one day. So we have a lot of people here that have said that they want to speak. Near the end of the meeting, what we'd like to do is if you'd like to ask a question, we would like to have some time for people to do that. And the only thing that I ask is if that is the case, if someone asks a question that you were going to ask, unless you have a different one, let's see if we can keep this moving as quickly as possible. The first person that here today is the Ripta Rider Alliance, is Vice President Patricia Robb.
Thank you. I'll also be brief. Ripta Riders Alliance stands for bus passengers throughout the state of Rhode Island. We're very concerned about the quality of the bus transit experience. We're concerned about the price that the regular passengers are paying for a monthly pass, which is going up considerably. We're concerned to make sure that we have people who represent the bus passengers on the RIPTA's board where decisions are made. But today we are here because we are concerned about those people who are low income, who are seniors, and who are disabled, who are having their bus passes, their low-income bus passes continued only until January 1st. After January 1st, automatically they would be paying half fares. We have been to the hearings where passenger after passenger told us and told RIPTA how much of a sacrifice that would be for them. And we want to give you the opportunity to tell the public, to tell your elected officials that you need these bus passes and that it's going to have a major impact on your quality of life if you do not have them anymore. So I'll give this back to Don. I believe he's going to be calling people up to speak.
Thank you very much. Right now, what I would like to do is take some, are there any Alliance members here that want to step forward fairly quickly? Or if not, what I'll do is I'll just head out to the audience. Signal me if you have a question. I saw you earlier today at the RIPTA building in Cranston. Why don't you tell everybody your name and why you're here today?
I'm Edward Soares, former of ATEC committee for RIPTA for Disability. I am here to fight for the no fare bus pass to stay longer.
All right, thank you very much.
My name is Jerry. I work at a daycare center, and I am also a disabled bus pass user. If this goes into effect, then it would cost me a lot out of my own pocket. I've been saving money just to prepare for the half hour in case they go through with it.
Thank you very much. And he has been a long-time supporter with the Alliance, has been to a lot of our rallies. Anyone over here would like a question? Is everybody sure? Anyone would like to talk? Or did you just, 1 second? Here we are, sir.
Thanks a lot. My name is Ed Benson. I'm a member of the Alliance. I also work at the George Wiley Center. Henry Shelton helped put this no fare bus passes for low-income, elderly, and disabled into effect 20 years ago. And Henry is having a retirement party from the George Wiley Center at the end of this week. I think it would be wrong-headed, and in fact morally wrong, to take this minimal benefit away from our most vulnerable citizens, particularly right now. So let's keep it.
Thank you very much. Would you like to say something, sir?
My name is Michael Vieira. I am disabled and I use the RIPTA. I also don't get full medical coverage, so I got to pay out of pocket. And in order to do that, it leaves me with no money already. And then if RIPTA raises the fare, I would have to pay for the bus and would not be able to make it to these appointments. So something's got to be done, because if we already can't afford getting to and from places, and they raise the fare, where does that leave us? Thank you.
All right, who's next? How about someone over this end? Anybody like to say anything about why they're here today? 1 second, sir. Let me come. We'll meet in the middle here. There you go.
Thanks. Hi, my name is Eric N. with the Tenderloin Opera Company with Mama Dread's Mission of Love. It's not a stretch at all to invoke Orlando. The victims do not demonstrate a weakness in the affected population. We know from the response that the community is enormously strong, and the shooter doesn't teach us that people are elementally evil. We know that again and again good overwhelms evil. What it does teach us is that we're all extremely vulnerable, and we're vulnerable especially to ignorance. How that relates to the buses is that buses and mass transportation are a major engine of the diversification of our communities. Without free, fair transportation, we fall victim to a siloing of perspectives in the community. So to continue to allow and promote the free movement of free people broadly across the city will not only ensure the sanity of our souls, it will keep us materially safer. Thanks.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to hand the mic over to a regular, very big supporter of the Alliance and for the riders in Rhode Island now, because with DARE, which is Direct Action for Rights and Equality.
Good afternoon. Glad to see everybody out here supporting this very important bill. the board at Rifters are not thinking about the people that they serve. I mean, this is ridiculous to have the folks that have the least amount of money to pay something that they could just ask the General Assembly for. We are here because making the senior citizens and the disabled pay for bus service that was normally free takes a big chunk of money out of their pocket. I mean, like, it's hard enough just to buy food, groceries, and the other items and medications that you may need. With them raising the price, it's going to make it even harder. They're not, like I said, they're not thinking about us. They're not thinking about the low-income folks who need this the most. And that's what they need to do. We need to be out here. We need to continue to rally and to speak out until they realize that, that we're right and they need to come around. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much once again. 1 second. Not yet. Okay, next what I would like to do, first of all, is I'd like to come over here to a gentleman who's letting his artistic endeavors do the talking. I think that's fantastic. Fantastic. The next thing I would like to do is I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go around, and what I'd like you to do when I put the microphone to you is say the one reason or the one thing that will change your way of life if these fairs are not, if this program does not continue to exist.
If the program doesn't continue to exist, I will not be able to make it to all my doctor appointments.
Thank you very much.
I won't be able to get my bus pass if it goes up.
Alienation.
Simple mobility.
I can't pay my medication. Wouldn't be able to do outreach.
If I don't ride bus free, I will be lonely and stranded.
I would not be able to attend college and provide direct support.
And this is something that we hear a lot that I think that we take for granted is the loneliness factor. A lot of people, because of the bus passes, are able to have a very vibrant and very important, especially when you're disabled or you're getting up in age, social life. And the last thing that we need to do, as myself included actually, is that the last thing we need to do is be inhibited, not be able to see our friends, get out of the house, and even though we take that for granted for some people, this is a harsh reality. Let me see if I get to a different place.
Okay, I'm a volunteer at 2 soup kitchens a month. We feed over 200 people a day for each of those. That would take food out of people's mouths because they can't get to the soup kitchens. It would also take the volunteers away from those soup kitchens because a lot of us do take public transportation. Also, it would make a lot of people housebound, so that would also cause more mental illness problems and other health issues. Thank you.
We wouldn't be able to get to church.
Well, yeah, and we couldn't get to church.
Who's next?
I don't know what to say.
Is there anything that you couldn't do if you didn't have the bus pass?
Yeah, I can't walk that far. I can't walk miles and miles to get somewhere. So I need it.
This is simply a matter of justice. And the fact is that RIPTA gets funding also from all of us and our taxpayer dollars. So the fact that we all pay into it, we should all be able to access it. And as a direct support professional, I see the impact
being able to be out in the community for the amazing people that I serve, including one who's with me today, that this is something that allows us to engage in the community and for the community to benefit from the people who can come and be there. They can volunteer, they can vote, they can participate, and do everything that we say they should be allowed to do under the law. Sorry. Shopping as well. And, you know, to me it's an extension of the Americans with Disabilities Act. We affirm that disability is a natural part of human life and that we should not be segregated from other people. So that's simply what it is for me, and it's not fair. Thank you.
Okay, Ellie, we want to hear from you. I've been running my mouth at all of these rallies, but I have to say, it was just coincidental that my car died a month after I turned 65, and that's when I found out that I could ride the bus for free because my income is so low that I can't afford a car. So that's why I need a no-fare pass, because I can't afford, if I go out 4 days a week paying 50 cents, $1.50 every time I go out. I can't afford that. So that's why I'm running my mouth. And as far as getting to medical appointments, I had to get my medical provider to budget a little bit with Logisticare so that I can get a ride. Otherwise, they expect me to walk to the bus. And this is the argument that RIPTA is using. Well, we can't get anything if we don't charge something. So I don't buy that. And I know there's money in the budget. They just want to squander it for their friends. Oh, sorry I said that. Bye. Thank you. My name is Linda, and I have a suggestion for RIPTA to start charging for the high school students that ride the bus for free every month. Those passes are given to them. Why not charge them half price instead of putting it on our backs?
Thank you. Anybody else who hasn't spoken who would like to?
So I'm glad everybody's out here. We have to keep fighting for this. We did achieve something already. I mean, a lot of times I hear people don't have enough hope about this, but we did achieve something. We've already postponed the fare hike. RIPTA wanted to raise the fares in July. We postponed it at least 6 months, and we can keep doing it as long as we keep on coming out here and keep on putting in the calls to the State House. So, thanks everybody for your work. Just want to say, people at the State House have all these excuses about why they think why they're not giving enough money in the RIPTA budget, even though it's a tiny amount by their standards. I mean, they don't often have these fights over just $800,000 these millions. But they have all these excuses. They say cutting RIPTA's budget is going to send RIPTA a message. Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense, because if you, all this budget cut does is it's only going to hurt the seniors and disabled people in Rhode Island, the people who can least afford it. It's not going to do anything to make RIPTA clean up its act or do anything better, because it doesn't affect any other programs of RIPTA, and unfortunately RIPTA managers don't have seniors and disabled people as that high a priority. So it's the other excuse that we keep hearing, even in the Providence Journal, in the State House, elsewhere, is that Rhode Island is an outlier. Rhode Island is being too generous to seniors and disabled people. We can't. That's what they say. They say we can't be a leader in that. If these people at the State House, these people see that Rhode Island is a leader in something like taking care of seniors and disabled people, they say, we got to fix that, we got to take it away. That's not the right attitude. But they say Rhode Island is an outlier. They say we're the only state that gives free fares to senior and disabled people. Not really true. I mean, other states do it. Illinois does it. But the thing is, Most other states, what they do is they have a discount fare for seniors. It's not free. They have a discount, but it applies to all seniors. They give a discount to everybody, all the seniors, all the disabled people, even people who have plenty of money and can afford it. What Rhode Island does is Rhode Island says, well, we're not going to give a discount to everybody, but we are going to do something that's aimed just at the most vulnerable people, just the people who can't afford it. So they have this free fare program just for seniors and disabled people who can't afford to ride free. And I think that's a smarter approach. We don't have to be ashamed of who we are. We're doing the right thing. We have this program that's targeted just at the seniors and disabled people who need help, and we give them free bus pass, which is the right thing to do. Just so people can travel, they're not shut in, and they don't get depressed and isolated. But what RIPTA wants to do, what the State House people want to do, is they want to do something that's worse than any other state. What they want to do is they want to change it so nobody rides free. They'll have a little bit of discount, but the discount is only going to be for people below a certain income. So it's kind of the worst of both systems. It's aimed at people only below a certain income, but even below a certain income, they're still not going to make it free. They're going to give you a discount. That's not really good enough. And even this discount, they're only giving you a discount if you pay cash. If you want to ride on the bus regularly and get a monthly pass, they're not going to give you any discount. They're going to make you pay $70 for a monthly pass, which nobody can afford. So we got to tell people this doesn't make sense. And I appreciate everybody who's been calling the State House. Keep those calls coming. I mean, tell people about this. Keep those calls coming. And we're going to be passing out more flyers. If you can come at the end of the rally, I got plenty more flyers. If you want, take some flyers and pass them out. The flyers still say, call the State House, sign our online petition, because the vote's coming up tomorrow evening. So please pass these out to as many people as you can. Share it on Facebook. Let people know that they should sign our online petition. And you can call your state representative and state senator. You can find their number at vote.ri.gov, and also their phone numbers on our petition. So please help. Thank you.
I think we have someone over here that wants to comment. Thank you.
My name is Camille Viveris. I'm with the George Wiley Center. Really, this is a question about what the role of the folks that work in the building behind us is in our society. What overall is the role, right? I've heard a lot of education right now from the experts on the economy. Right now, a lot of folks behind us have fancy degrees. They're professionals in many different ways. Are they going to use their expertise to actually assist the most vulnerable citizens? Or are they going to throw people who are disabled and seniors literally under the bus? That's the question that legislators have to think about today, and they need to speak to each person here. I encourage everyone to call their legislator and sit down with them, visit them, make sure that they get educated, because frankly, some of them don't know. They don't know how hard it is to count pennies. They don't know how hard it is to struggle to get out of your house when you have a disability in the first place. To add barriers to that is unacceptable. We know that they can spend money in much more creative ways that emphasizes their true role, which should be to protect the most vulnerable. That's why we vote for them. That's what their role should be. Everything else is secondary. So this question should be at the top of their agenda. And so we're saying that we're not going to allow for them to do this to us. There's an old saying in Spain, no pasaran. We're not going to allow for them to pass these horrible passes that are punishing the poor. It's unacceptable, it's unmoral, and we're going to keep organizing. We're going to keep telling our story. We're not going to go away. So when they say go away, what do we say? No! When they say go away, what do we say? No! They say go away, we say no way! They say go away, we say no way! They say go away, we say no way!
Thank you. That's what we need. Something to get that blood flowing again, once again. So, do I have anybody else that is wishing to speak, ask any questions tonight? One second, please. Amy Good. Thank you, Amy.
One of the things that I learned going to these hearings is how disproportionately this bill will affect the homeless. The state is saying, oh, well, homeless people, you know, they can get their medical trips covered by Logistic Care. Well, they mail those passes in the mail. What if you do? You don't have a mailing address. You don't have a phone. You can't call them. A lot of homeless shelters in Rhode Island don't provide food. People have to go to different meal sites. And what if they can't get to a meal site because they don't have their bus pass? Passing out flyers in Community Plaza, I've noticed that a lot of homeless people have these passes, and they won't be able to get to a shelter. You know, in the winter, shelters are all over Rhode Island. Just because you're homeless in Providence doesn't mean there's a space for you in Providence. They might send you to a surrounding town. If these don't have bus passes are taken away, they won't be able to get to the shelter. They won't be able to get to a meal site, and they may not be able to get to an important doctor's appointment. So people are literally going to be left out in the cold in January if we do not do something to add a budget amendment to restore the funding for the full year.
Thank you very much. One thing I'm really curious about, because we all have talked about today that one of the reasons that we're in this predicament is because of the legislature not providing the funding that we need. How many people voted in last year's election? Raise your hand. I see way too many people that did not vote. And what's the old saying? If you don't vote, don't complain, because that is where the money comes from. I know that we like to complain to RIPTA. I know we like to complain to just about anybody else that will listen, but the main people that provide the funding for our way of life is the legislators that we elect. So please, in the future, please vote. With that, I want to thank everyone that's come down today.